to me, life is like, you know.
Don't say box of chocolates.
No, a game, right? Like,
it's a game.
Like a Mario game, right? You play Mario, right? You want that mushroom so you grow up, right? And all of a sudden you want that star, right?
Yep.
You got to level up.
Yeah, and then life happens, you shrink, you get hit.
You get hit and you go back to small.
You are reaching.
That's true, though, right? That's the game. Life is a game. And you got to know how to play it.
Yep.
You'll get knocked back down. You'll be small again.
Yo.
But go find that mushroom again.
Yo, what's the time code on this?
32.
32, okay. But hey, I like that because, like, was it on Super Mario 1?
Yeah.
On the third world.
Yeah.
The first, I think the first scene, you know, where you jump on that shell, get extra min. If you know how to figure out to get extra min,
Yep. That's the businessman,
bro.
Right? He's gonna keep grinding that little turtle, right? Whatever it is, like get them, you know, he's gonna keep grinding until the money runs out, right? So it's like
that's life.
Maybe income tax, right? Just keep grinding until you get it back, or so whatever the case may be. But that's life, man. Life is like a game.
Soup, welcome to the pod.
Thank you,
finally,
man.
My
finally,
boy.
Thank you. Still here, podcast.
Let's roll.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. So, thank you for having me, man. You know, thank you for having me. I know that you and me trying to link up all this time, but just thank you for having me. We met, where would you go? KMPH, right? That's where we met?
I would say maybe, 2016, 2017? No, if not earlier.
Maybe,
15,
yeah. It was, I think 14.
14.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I got hired back at Channel 26, 2013, I was nightside for like a year, 8 months. And then after that, I went to Great Day. Then after Great Day, obviously that's where I met you because you were working for. Can you name the other spot you were working at too?
I could name. I worked at Tail Mountain, right?
Yeah.
For 20 years. It was a blessing, right? At the end of the day, it's a blessing to even work with Tail Mountain, and they made me the man I am, right?
Yeah.
They taught me the ins and outs of the culinary world. Ended up going to culinary school when I was at Tail Mountain. Just shout out to Tail Mountain. Just no love lost, right? At the end of the day,
it's business.
It's business. Thank you. Again, thank you for making me the man I am. So
that's cool because again, that's where I met you, man. And dude, you guys came every Tuesday.
Yep.
Everybody in that whole building looked forward to you and what you. Yeah. Obviously you're wearing a chef's coat, a culinary coat, whatever. What's it? Chef's coat, right?
Yeah, chef's coat. Yep.
You were the head chef there, man, and the stuff you cooked. You're talking 5-star, 5-diamond stuff, bro. Gordon Ramsay.
Well, you give me too much credit now. At the end of the day, we always look forward to first Tuesday of the month. Try to get me back on there. Can't be. But at the end of the day, but we went there and be like the first show we went was like, okay, we didn't know what we got ourselves into, right? So Kopi and Kim came through and be like, all right, we're live. I'm sitting there and you.
I remember. You were nervous.
I was nervous the first time, right? The first time because I didn't know what I was doing. I don't know when it was gonna happen. I think you came and did a teaser or whatever. He was behind the camera and be like, ready, we're going live. I'm like, what just happened? Right?
So I'm like, breakdances.
So what I did is like what we did was like just kept going. It flowed, and then and we made a dish where. We made just one dish, right? That the first time. So, and people came and started eating off there. I'm like sitting there like, wait a minute. No, you know what? The next month we're gonna do a buffet,
dude.
So we did a whole buffet for the whole crew over there, and it's called Soupy. Was it Soupy Tuesdays? What it called or
Cooking with Soupy. I think it was really. When
the KMPH had a whole Soupy's Tuesday or something, and they were looking for that because we laid out a whole big whatever I cooked on that set. We laid out a whole buffet, and he was like, "Let me take something to go to my life."
We took. I had like 32 baby kids, man. But no, I remember, man, when you would cook, you wouldn't bring pork because I understand tough life. You work with Table Mountain Casino. A lot of these other restaurants that would come. These chefs that have their own little small-time restaurants, they would bring what they could afford, But you guys brought a buffet, luxury.
We did.
And it wasn't just just reheated. No, it was that. Then it's hot and fresh.
We had a crew.
And I think when I first met with you, because I remember that day, you were nervous.
Yeah.
And I thought, and I because again, you guys get there like at 3, 4 in the morning, because you guys had to go there at 1 just to pack. 'Cause you guys were Table Mountains out in the cuts. And so I remember when I first started driving with you, man. I kind of felt this hood like this.
Yeah.
Dude, like we were from the streets.
Yeah.
We had
absolutely.
we had that connection, and I'm like, look, bro, just be yourself. We're gonna laugh it up. Obviously, we'll just do your thing.
Correct.
And you're asking me, what do I say? Just be yourself.
Correct.
And I think that's kind of that, not kind of, but that was like the success, I feel like, of Soupy.
Yeah,
Chef
I think
Soupy on
it
air.
did kind of put me on air, and kind of just put me made me like just getting really used to the camera. Right at the end of the day, like now it's like kind of first time on camera, talking. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just like, I'm winging it at this time. I'm just sitting there. People's watching me. Whatever the case may be.
People fell in love with you, man, because I remember like the guy who booked all the cooking sessions or the music, he would tell us, all the emails, dude. People would email the station and be like, we love Chef Soupy.
That's awesome, man.
Dude, Central Valley.
Yeah. And then that's crazy, right? We don't get to see it, right? Like, we don't get to see the numbers. We don't get to see.
Well, I remember you were like, I don't see it. I don't see it.
And then the crazy part about it, I got a couple friends that was locked up, right? And be like, that's my boy right there, right? Like they're locked up in the county or whatever. Like, that's my boy right there. At the end of the day, I'm like, I'd rather be on the news like this, showing my nephew, nieces, and whatever, whoever, like, look up to me. Be on the news like this instead of like that, right?
Yeah.
So, the end of the day, I'm like, man, we got to change. We got to change because it gets old.
Yeah,
right?
and there's only 2 results if you live in that life.
Yeah.
You're either dead or you're going to prison. I mean, let's get into that because we can talk about food. I definitely want to get into your
We'll get into food later. We'll get into food later.
But before we were rolling, man, we talked about like kind of really the tough decisions in life we've made, things we've been through that happened to us or we've done to ourselves.
Correct.
Maybe, go over like your, where you grew up, how you grew up, and what was the lifestyle like, man?
So, we grew up, I grew up, we came from, everybody is saying my mom, my dad came from, came here because of the Vietnam War, right? So we came here, I think I came here about 83 or 84. I could be, like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
And we got dropped there. We went to Seattle with my little sister. Vasana, little sister, doing good. She's in Utah right now. Love your little sister. She's doing amazing over there. But we went to Seattle. I think she was born in Seattle. Then we came to Fresno.
That's where I'm from.
Seattle?
Yeah.
Okay. So we got dropped in, the poverty place right there. It's right there by Fresno State. It's called Sin City, right? 6th Street, San Bruno, 6th Street. Yeah. It's called Sin City. Really, they drop everybody in there with, immigrants, and just drop you guys in there and said, okay, I'm here. Go ahead and live. And then my mom and dad didn't know a lick of English, so like how are we gonna survive, right? So then we just end up making the little Sin City like a whole town, like a little Asian town where we all came to community where you go down over here and and buy food, right, at a house because they're selling house and papaya salad, right? I was living upstairs and this Hmong lady lived downstairs. She's making the best papaya salad. I still remember till today, man. She said papaya salad, freaking ice cream on a cone. It was like 25. I mean, it was delicious, right?
Yeah.
Pickles with a little bit of everything, man. I'm just sitting there like, so we have a little community where you don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to go to the store. You walk around the neighborhood, and and yes, it was a high drug trafficking. I mean, high drug area, which is as youngsters we really know, but we knew about food. Like we know about this place sell this place sell that. This place sell. It's crazy how it's a community. We didn't have to leave our little, our little hood to go anywhere to get anything. So we have this other lady named Ma'am White. I haven't seen her in a while. She speaks like 8 different languages.
Really?
Vietnamese, everything, like Laos, small, everything. So she's walking around, you know, if you're Mexican, she's speaking, you know, Spanish to you. I'm like, you know, so she's sitting there dragging this whole thing around. Got candy, soda, bars. So she just walk around the neighborhood daily.
Hustling, huh?
Hustling. And we out there just egg rolls. She was selling egg rolls, my man.
Let's go.
She was selling egg rolls. She be running out of egg rolls. So, you know, shout out to her. I haven't seen her in a while, but it's crazy. So it's and we grew up, and that's where you know, back in the '80s, right? That's when all the gangbangs happened and this and that. So we kind of fell in that trap where we didn't know nothing better but to. Hey, you know, let's gangbang, right?
Yeah,
because at the end of the day, you don't pick a side, you won't get jumped, or you won't get, you know, or whatnot, right? Yeah. But from that day on, my dad's like, you know, my mom's like, don't go that way. Let me put you in sports. So, you know, they put me in football, Pop Warner football. Man, you know, and then I think I was all right, you know, but everybody was like, man, you're pretty good, right? So my dad's came and, you know, we came, he told me, go look for a white friend. He said, go look for a white friend. Just go look for a white friend. So I definitely found one. His name's Bill Stites. Shout out to him.
You still in contact with him?
I'm still in contact with him. You know, he's been here and there, but, you know, we're still in contact because he's busy. I'm busy. But we played football together. This guy's like, he's swole, you know, he's playing football. And, and then I built a relationship out of the hood. Where, hey, you know, this is where I got potential to play football a little bit here and there, right? So I went that route, playing volleyball and football. And you know, I was pretty, pretty dope.
Do you think that kept you off the street?
Oh man,
it kept you from that life.
It kept me from that life. It kept me from that life, and then I end up, just having a baby at a young age, which is my daughter's 23-year-old now. Kayla. She just had a baby, so I'm a grandpa now. So I had a
grandpa soup.
Yeah, right. I had a baby when I was in high school, right? Yeah. So now it's like my mom ain't gonna support my baby. So what you gonna do? I end up dropping out of high school, right? Got a job. First job was Taco Bell. I went to Fresno State, and I was washing dishes, and then I'm like, before I even got Taco Bell, my dad told me, look, my dad, he passed away in 2020.
Yeah.
My dad told me, don't never go into the kitchen. Like, don't go into the kitchen. Like, don't go into the kitchen. It's hard work. I should have listened to him, right? I should have listened to him. But my stubborn ass is like, nah, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to, because it's washing dishes, not going to, and so I just end up being a prep cook at Fresno State and end up being like a catering chef there. So I'm like,
yeah,
shit, this might work.
Yeah.
I like cooking, and people was like, man, oh, I like your food. So and I'm the type of person where I don't give up easy. I just see it through. So before cooking, let me rewind back. Before cooking, I had this landscaping guy. So he was going to take me out. I'm going to give you a job landscaping. At the golf station, golf course.
Yeah.
I think I would have went that way. I think I would have been still a landscaper till today.
Okay.
But things happen for a reason. So I went in a different direction with the food direction. So I kind of, fell in love with it a little bit, and then went to.
What do you mean, kind of, bro? You like?
Well, now I'm like, now I love it, right? Like now I love it. Now I love cooking, right? At the end of the day, I'm like, then they're paying me to cook. I'm like, man, they're paying me to cook. I'm like, yeah, I could do that at home. For free, right? I'm like, man, for my wife for free, right? I'm like, let me go get paid to cook, right?
Yeah.
So let me go flip burgers or whatnot to make money. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, this just might work. So I end up going to the casino for 20 years, learn my craft and everything else. So now
have you graduated high school?
So let me get to that real quick.
That's what I asked.
So what happened is I went in there, and it was about my 14 years or something. My 14 years in there. So I kept moving up the ranks, right? Like I became, I was a dishwasher, prep cook, line cook. Became a sous chef. Became a assistant executive chef, a catering chef, a banquet chef, catering chef, everything. And then became a room chef. I became all the chef that you know. The ultimate goal is the executive chef, right?
Yeah.
So they wouldn't promote me, right? Because I didn't have a degree. So they'd be like, okay, look, go and get your degree, right? Go and get your degree, and we will promote you. So I ended up going back to culinary school, in IOT for about 2 years. Before I went there, my director's like, you don't have a high school diploma? I'm like, nope, I don't. So I ended up getting not a GED, a high school diploma on top of my degree.
How old are you at this time?
Oh, man, I would say, I was 30-some.
Okay.
30-some, just barely got my high school diploma, right? So I'm stoked. So I'm like, man, I just graduated high school? I don't even know what's just going on here, right? At the end of the day, I'm like, I graduated high school. I'm like, okay, well, people's like, it ain't too late to graduate. So I'm like, whatever. So I graduated high school in my 30s, and then, 2 years later, I guess, I don't remember, 34, I believe, or 30, whatever, I got my degree. I got my culinary degree and culinary arts degree. So I got my, end up getting my high school diploma and culinary degree. So I'm like, damn, I'm winning. So once I graduated, they promoted me. So I'm like, cool. I'm there.
Yeah.
So I reached my goal, right? But now I'm the type of guy where can I go from here now? Right? Like,
you're always
I'm here now. I'm there now.
Yeah.
So where could I go from here now? So as a chef, you always want to own your own restaurant. I don't care what it is. Like, you need to own your own restaurant. That's our ultimate goal. You don't want to keep working for somebody. And I've been telling that, and I've been telling everybody that you got to own your own restaurant. So I went on the culinary side. I went berserk. Like, I just kept climbing. Worked with Bobby Flay, worked with Ming Tsai, just worked with a couple big name guys, right? They came to the casino, and we started working a little bit. And it was on stage. I was on stage. Just had fun with it, man. Just had fun with it, and then just boom, right? And all of a sudden, I left the casino because we in the casino part ways a little bit, and then now I'm at another casino, which is Club One Casino. Shout out to Club One Casino.
Shout out Club.
Biggest move I ever made in my life. I think even the boss Kyle Kirkland is like probably one of the humblest guy I ever met in my life.
Dang.
Super business mentality. I learned a lot from him just within 2 years I've been there. I mean, this man is just the president of the zoo, president of the card room. He owns Club One Casino. I think this man is just over the top. Was like my mentor right now, right? So I appreciate him putting me in the right direction, because the crazy part about it was like I was scared to do something when I was at the other casino because I felt some type of way. But this casino, he's like, whatever you need, chef.
Nice.
What you need. So with that said, I own my own business with my son now.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I want to get to that, but I like how you're going in this, because what I'm seeing is once you feel like you're comfortable, you got to be like, nah, I got to level up.
Nah.
That's how I am. My
Absolutely.
wife, again, my bad, but wifey here. Shout out wifey. What's up, Laura?
Hey guys.
Hey.
What I'm hearing, my man, is that you can't just stay comfortable, man, because if you're comfortable, you're not growing. And that's how I am, because like me, like this studio, people like, I love how my house is low key. Think it's just a little old school house, but you walk in, you're like, okay, this is a sleeper house, and that's kind of where I've stayed in, because I need to keep growing. If I'm not growing, dude, I'm stagnant. You're stuck, and
stuck.
I think that obviously since meeting you at KMPH, doing Great Day, cooking shows. We've worked together like almost a year or two straight, however long we were cooking there, man. And I just
how long you been there? Yeah. That's because I was still doing it when you left.
Yeah, that's right. And so every time I think you've leveled up on the show, and I think you really became a personality. Yeah. On the show, because one of your taglines, you got to make it with love. You got to make it with love.
Absolutely, you got to make it with love.
And again, I feel like that's what launched you, man, because every time you share something on social media, every time you're doing something, you get a lot of love.
I absolutely do.
You do.
I do.
And that's a testament, because hearing how you grew up is pretty much how I grew up, man. you had to pick a side. You chose, again, your dad was like, got to find somebody that's going to level you up, and you found a white guy.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, and so funny how your dad said that, because my pop was kind of the same way.
Yeah.
But to hear you now, man, and kind of see where you're at from Table Mountain to now Club One, I've been there.
Yeah.
And dude, you've been trying to get me out there. I didn't even know you guys moved to Cedar and Ashland. Plus, you got to remember, 2 years ago, I was sick in the hospital, dying, and
absolutely.
all that
I've seen
stuff.
I've seen that.
Yeah, and so when I found out, me and you started connecting, because even before, you were trying to start a restaurant.
Yep.
Remember that time?
Yeah,
you hit
absolutely.
Me up,
Yes,
and,
yes.
Your other homie that was with you. But is that still on the table? Are you trying?
Partners, right? You gotta choose partners like you choose a relationship, right? Sometime it ain't gonna work out, sometime it is. So what happened is, we moved forward, right? Mm-hmm. And then right now, I'm trying to look, but I think I got too much going on at the moment where.
Well, plus I don't want you to give away if people are like, not yet,
Yeah, so we don't know. Yeah, we don't know. I mean, my ultimate goal, yes, so, just open a big restaurant, not a big restaurant, just something to put Chef Soupy on there real quick, right? And just put Chef Soupy noodles or whatever the case may be, whatever I want to do, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm, just going back to, the Asian One grocery store where my son is, the one that's leading.
That was a big announcement.
Yeah, at the end of the day, like he's the one he's the one in there, and I'm just mentoring him a little bit. And this man's doing good. And my boys doing.
Where's
good.
his restaurant?
It's on Ashland and Blythe, which is Ashland and 99 other side.
Way out in the cuts.
Yeah,
man,
I live on that side, so I'm literally across the street. So I'm like, son, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take over the kitchen, and then you.
How old is your son?
He's 18. He hasn't graduated yet, so he's out there grinding. So I'm like, look, because he don't know what to do. And he's a great football player. He's the MVP, 2-3 years in a row. Devin doing well. That boy, big. Like me, he's like, he's a hitter.
Yeah.
If you see him, he's a hitter. But I don't know, he's quiet, but when he's on the field, he's a beast. He's the one that's I'm trying to teach him the ropes, but I don't want him in that field, right? Now I'm being my dad.
Yeah.
Right. I'm telling him, hey, don't go in here.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't know what else to show you.
Yeah.
I can't even.
Does he like it?
He do, but he don't, right? Because it's hard work.
Because it's work.
Yeah.
And he's 18. He's
18.
like, it's like, you can't teach. You can, but it's like their mind is not on work. I want to live. I'm young, And at some point, I feel like there's nothing wrong with that, because again, I have my daughter. This is a family business for her. She edits for me.
Yeah.
She does one of my main clients.
Absolutely.
She's a big editor. She makes good money.
Yeah.
But I have to teach her, like, look, you got to work.
Yeah.
So 4 days out of the week, man, she's editing all day. Putting in the work and showing her how to do it. And one thing I've learned to do, and I've said this numerous of times, man, if I want to get my kids to come and get involved in this, I got to make it feel like they're being left out and I'm having fun without them.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of what flipped the switch, because now they're like, I want to play. I want to do that.
Yeah, he absolutely.
Like, what has he shown interest? Because again, I got to go visit. I got to go.
You got to come. You got to come there. We sell out every day, right? Asian One grocery store. We sell out every day. So we making about 20 chicken, whatever, 70 plates. So we sell out every day, which is crazy. And looking at the numbers are crazy. I'm like, damn.
And you're not doing no crazy promotion.
No,
you're not doing
nothing. He ended up working like 2-3 hours a day, get it done. Boom, I'm on there. I assist him here and there. And I'm sitting there looking at him, I'm like, damn, this is no wonder people go into business. No wonder people go into restaurant business, right? Because at the end of the day, I'm like, you selling chicken and rice and you making this amount. I'm like, damn. I'm like, all right, you're good. So with him, I just teaching him the craft, right? And just at least bring him, set him up for success. Like I said, people say, you ain't a boss until you put somebody in position to make money. So, I'm trying to put him in a position to make money, right? At the end of the day, or, even the people that I hire that I know at Club One right now, I'm putting them in a position to make money. So, you can't call yourself a boss until you do that, right?
Let's go. Hey, time code, what is this one?
27 minutes.
All right, that's gonna be that. I'm clipping that because I think I've learned that. As a boss now, I've hired my kids.
Absolutely.
I've hired my wife, and you're starting to see the expectation of the behind the scenes expectations, man, because there's just so much and just say, hey, I'm starting my own business.
Yeah.
It's like now it's more than that now, man. It's like now we're getting into that realm. It's like now you got to actually start buying stuff to write off stuff because it's getting to a point where I'm actually kind of scared.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's
I'm getting scared to make this amount of money now because I've never been down this road.
Correct.
I think the life road that you've had and the life road I've had has led us up to this moment to appreciate, hey, man, at any time it could be gone, but at any time, man, because we're the type of people we are, man, we're going to be successful because we know what it is to be without, so now we know what we can achieve. You know? And I think I've learned that, and now with the expectation of that, I think now I had to personally level up my business mentality, man, because I can't just be, I have a small business. Yeah, I do a couple of social. No, man, I'm a multimedia business.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that showed me the appreciation of the hard work, man. And I guess something we were never taught. We were
never taught. We was never taught business mindset. We was never taught. Hey, if you go to the store, you have a business meeting, or you have a business dinner. You can write that off, right? Mm-hmm. Or you take, like you press a receipt for gas. You can write, like, we were never taught that way where you could do this and this is the way, and then at the end of the day, I'm like, that's why business owners are so successful because they know the ins and outs and the loopholes and everything else with it, right? Yeah. And, whatever you buy, you hold it and you write it off. Yeah. Even a car, you can write it off. So we're at that age where we're like, look, okay, now we're like, okay, we understand.
Well, like you said before we got started, you're starting to see all these 25-year-olds have LLCs and businesses and making hella money and investing. It's like, why us at 42, 43?
Correct.
We haven't, but I think what separates us is the real experience because we're in that generation where we didn't have internet. We grew into internet, and then we saw social media. So we know before the Stone Age, we were in the Stone Age basically.
Yeah,
if we had no internet, everyone feel like, man, we're in the Stone Age. What the hell did we do with our time? What'd you guys do? We went out and just messed around. We were out.
We was out playing. We were out living life. Yeah. Right. Like I said, my first job was $3.25 an hour. I was like $3.25 an hour. I'm like, okay, I'm cool.
Man, y'all don't even know the struggle.
I mean, I was living off $3.25. I was good.
Obviously the economy was different back then, man. So it's like, I think now where we're at, I feel like we're at the prime time in our life because we have that experience.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people, especially a lot of these older generations, man, these boomers, if you call them, they appreciate guys like us because we still have the mentality, but we're still young enough to know the trends and really how to make things pop.
I think we're blessed to fall in that in the gap category. I think we would have been a millionaire if we had internet back in the days, right? But now it's like it's their turn, so and give a shout out to like my little sister. She put her daughter. She's 19 years old. Just bought a house in Utah, $450,000
for her
a week ago.
Wow,
19 years old. Right, so she signed and got it. Now what she doing? She want to rent it out. She still live with her mom because she live with her mom.
Jeez,
which is crazy. And shout out and congratulations to them because my sister taught her in the right path. Right, like this is what we want to do. Like you trying to teach your daughter, like me trying to teach my son, right, in the right path and say, look, this is what we gonna accomplish. To me, life is like
Don't say box of chocolates.
No, a game, right? Like,
it's a game.
Like a Mario game, right? You play Mario, right? You want that mushroom so you can grow up, right? And then all of a sudden you want that star, right?
Yep.
You got to level up.
Yeah, and then life happens, you shrink, you get hit.
You get hit and you go back to small.
You are reaching.
That's true, though, right? That's the game. Life is a game. And you got to know how to play it.
Yep.
You'll get knocked back down, you'll be small again.
Yo.
But go find that mushroom again.
Yo, what's the time code on this?
32.
32, okay. But hey, I like that because was it on Super Mario 1?
Yeah.
On the third world.
Yeah.
The first, I think the first scene, where you jump on that shell, get extra men. If you know how to figure out to get extra men, that's
the businessman,
bro.
Right? He's gonna keep grinding that little turtle right? Whatever it is, like, get them, he gonna keep grinding until the money runs out, right? So it's like
that's life.
Maybe income tax, right? Just keep grinding until you get it back, or whatever the case may be. But that's life, man. Life is like a game. We gotta play it to the fullest. Where when you will get knocked down, you will get small again. Something's gonna come again. But then you gonna end up eating the mushroom, climb up again, and go looking for that star. Yeah. When you get that star, you can't be touched, right? Because you can't be. But then you can't be touched for a couple of seconds.
You ain't invincible.
You're invincible, right? So you can't be touched for that amount. So now you be like, I'm a star. And all of a sudden, here comes everybody else, and try to knock you down. Boom. Okay, now you can be touched again. Now you want to look for the star again, right?
My man is Puerto Rican.
Man, life is a game. Play it the way you want to play and play it right.
Figure out the cheat codes.
Yeah.
Figure out like what works and what doesn't work, man. Like Contra, to get extra man. Up, down, left, right, down.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Y'all don't know this, man.
Yeah,
and I didn't think that's a perfect example, man, because I never really thought of it that way, man. Because it's like, because we were young. Again, we grew into Atari, Sega, Nintendo, Super Nintendo,
correct,
the GameCube, and it's like all these old school stuff. And I think one thing we've always tried to do, man, is find the cheat in life, the cheat code in life, man. And I think now that I'm older, I really appreciate that reference, man, because that makes so much sense.
It do, right? Like, then you just want to. You get there, man. You want to get to the empire where you want to get the
find
flag,
that queen,
the queen, right? and then start, and bling, and then just
start that John over again, bro.
Yeah, man. That's it, man. That's life.
I like what you said too, because you get people that try to distract you and stop you and shrink you down or try to knock you out.
And they will.
Well, let me ask you this then, because we talked about this before. Because you're very professional.
Yep.
I want to say real quick, just toss you some flowers, man. You've invited us over to Club One, dude. You've been very hospitable.
Absolutely.
And you have some weight there, man. So you hook us up, man. So it's not like I'm trying to get like, I expect who's Soupy to hook me up. I'm not like that, But I just want to say thanks, dude. Because
you're welcome,
you
man.
pull a lot of weight, man. Every time I walk in there, man, I think your staff there are starting to recognize me a little bit more. Hey, that's Soupy's boy, So they take care of me, man. So I want to say, shout out to you, man. Especially when you gave us that one spot for the Ryan Garcia team.
Was it?
Fight.
Yeah, I was in there. I was doing a wedding that day. I was in there, but I mean, it was a packed house.
It was packed, man, and you guys know.
But we had a nice setup, though. It was.
Yeah, I mean, I had this whole section. You said, "Hey, this is you, Jose, dude." Yeah. I felt like Top G there, bro.
Yeah.
Like, everybody was sitting behind us, man. I just want to say thank you, man, because here's the thing: we see the professional suit, but sometimes a lot of people like don't know us.
Yeah.
They get it twisted. Have you seen that one meme of that one dude? He draws a graph. He's all, if you want to fuck around,
correct.
How much you fuck around,
right.
You're going to find out.
Absolutely.
And I'm not saying guys like us or you especially are going to just snap on people,
correct.
But a lot of people just don't know.
They don't know, right? They're going to try to test you. At the end of the day, they want to test you, but don't let them win.
Come on.
Right? At the end of the day, don't let them win, because if they win, they're winning. They're not worth the energy that we're putting out and then trying to get to the next level where you're at now and where I'm at now. So is it going to be worth me going on the news the different way? Or is it going to be me on the news cooking? I am trying to be on the news different way, so it doesn't matter how much you disrespect me or how much money you owe me or how much thing you did to me. You did me a favor. You cut me, like my dad said, rest in peace. But that's it. Like, if they owe you, they do you a favor. If you're gonna pay you, then they belong in your circle. Then don't leave them, because they ain't gonna come back and ask for it again.
Yeah.
They're not gonna come back and ask you for money if they owe you, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever the case may be. So just leave that alone. Leave that energy alone. And because we've grown now, right? Because my goal is to reach $1 million, right? You ain't too old. You're never too old to be a millionaire.
My man Puerto Rican.
Never too old to be a millionaire.
Y'all don't know what.
Yes or no?
Yeah, I mean, dude,
you're never too old.
I agree. 100%. Yes, I agree. Because I love what you're saying, man. It reminds me of that movie, A Bronx Tale. I don't know if you remember that movie. Old movie. This guy's, This guy owes him $20, and it's like been chasing him for like 2-3 months.
Yeah.
Give him $20. So he sees him, guy takes off, and he talks to his one of his mentors there, man. He's like, hey man, it cost you $20 for you not to see that dude in your life.
Yeah.
So don't waste your time.
Don't
And I
waste your
think
time.
one thing I'll be real, because one thing I'm on this pod is very real about things, man. Especially my show. Just because you have a podcast, people think, oh, he has it together. I don't have it together still. Every day I'm leveling up. Every day I'm changing, man. So it's like one thing I've always was easily baited to arguments or things, man. And I like snapped, and it's like, why?
Yeah.
And it set me back. And I think hearing you, man, I feel like I love that mentality because we chill all the time.
Yeah,
we've hung out,
Yep.
but to have like a real combo like this, we don't have no time.
We don't.
But to kind of like really to make time for this, I feel like this is really why I think we're boys, man, because we've said a lot of stuff without saying it. You know, because we hung out, we went to your house, watched the fight. We actually we had played football with you. My legs cramped. Here I thought I was being a young boy, but you were out there hanging with the 20-year-olds, man.
Man, yeah.
And I think hearing that, man, it's just once you focus on like in a game mode. I feel like this is, the game of life, man. Once you figure out how to just dodge it.
Yeah.
Again, Super Mario is the perfect example.
Absolutely. You want to dodge everything, right? You want to dodge whatever the guy that was trying to spit ball fires at you, turtle, whatever. You want to dodge those people, man. Dodge them, man. We just cool, man. At the end of the day, you and your wife came out and, went to the house, hang out with my wife. And, my wife, shout out to her, Cynthia, she's out there grinding with me too. She wake up in the morning, go cook, sell chicken and rice. She in there, right? Nice. She in there. She's like, I don't really want to work, but I want to work, right? Like, I want to have extra money just to, take my daughter out or whatever, my kids out or whatever, our kids out, whatever. So she's like, let me do that. She sent me a text yesterday, like, this is why. And then she only worked for 2-3 hours, and she go back and take care of her mom. So it's a purpose. So God kind of put us in a position where, man, you guys, this is what you need.
Yeah. So
everything just falling into places in my life where I think there's I don't think I know I'm gonna be like, damn, this is where I've been missing this whole time, but it's time now, right?
Yeah,
it's time.
I think it's the right time, because what if me and you became like millionaires when we're like early 30s? Would we have the maturity to understand?
We'd probably be bankrupt.
Yeah, and we'd probably be
broke and bankrupt.
Yeah, and struggling.
We probably use that money on different things.
Yeah, hookers and cocaine, bro.
You're right, drugs. We grew up in that era, right? Like where there's everything going on, and it's absolutely.
Yeah.
So. Absolutely, man.
I think things are leading up to the right moment. And I think, my business too is obviously called Kairos.
Okay.
Kairos means appointed time set by God. It's not like, hey man, it's all luck. No, God set an appointed time in our lives to be, in a marriage, business, kids, success. I feel like God sets us up for His time. Sometimes we want it now. We need it now. Nah, man, we got to enjoy the journey. We got to enjoy the struggle.
You have to, man. It's never the right time. Everybody's like, oh, this is the right time. Well, you know what? Everybody painted the fairy tale. Well, go get a job, go get money, go get this, get married, have kids, and live a happy life, right? Shit, I did it ball backwards. I did it, so is it the right time? But I feel like it was my right time to have a kid early. Didn't do that. Now I'm chasing the business where hopefully get some business up and running, and then take care of my kids, right? Yeah. So it's never the right time to have kids. Yeah. You can plan it out all you want, but kids are gonna come, right? Be like, we're gonna have kids. I'm like, all right, now what we're gonna do? Yeah. Right? So there's you're always gonna say there's what if now you got all that, you established all that. Now you're 40, 50. Now you want kids? Yeah, by the time he hit high school, you're gonna be 670. Yeah. All right. So I'm like, so is it the right time then or right time now? Or now I'm the right time now, right time then. So you don't know when's the right time. So everybody has the right time for them, like you said. Right.
I agree, because our kids, we had them young, we had them close, My oldest is gonna be 18 this year. My daughter right here just turned 16, and my son's 13. He's gonna be 14 actually, or already 14. We had them so close, and I'm 42. My wife's 37, and look, we're all on the same vein in life.
Me and you in the same boat. Like, we're just like right there, and then now we're like, okay, at the end of the day, like, do we establish something first and get the kid, or get the kid and go establish?
It was hard in the beginning,
Yeah.
but now I'm looking at where I'm at. My kids we relate on every level of life, culture, music. I love all the stuff they listen to. You know, they'll see me mess around. I'll start crumping. I'll start dancing. I'll start twerking. I start having fun with them. They're not the slightest embarrassed. They just love it because, again, it's like I'm not trying to be. When I met, no disrespect to my in-laws, but when I met them, they were 39.
Yeah.
And dude, I thought they were like 50, 60 years old because it's just that culture is like, or you grow, you get a job and you're done and you just get old. Correct. Me, I'm not in denial of being old, but I'm not going to go out just, all right, I'm done. I'm going out swinging, and I'm trying to stay in shape for them, my son.
No, you know. And when I'm going back to my mom and dad, they came and they didn't know. Like they helped us to get where we're at. Now it's our turn to get where. Now it's our turn to really get our kids where we at. So right now I'm trying to build a foundation where if I do something, it's hard to talk about. It's death, but it's gonna come. When we do die, what I'm gonna leave my kid with? Nothing, right? But now I'm starting to build a foundation where I got a house, right? I got a business. I'm working. I'm trying to look for a couple more business in the long run. Selling chicken rice, I don't give a damn. Or open a restaurant, right, with you. But we got to build a foundation where, Dad, you had something, right? So don't worry about when I die. Don't worry about looking for going on GoFundMe to go trying to bury me. I might have that money for me to bury me, right? So that's what you got. That's what I'm trying to get at, right? And we ain't there just yet. We gonna get there. Yeah, I feel like me and you, we gonna get there. We gonna get bigger than what life is. So I feel it, man. I feel your ambition. I feel how you roll, and how you talk, and how and you just everything. You just smell success, right? Even though we put all this successful cologne on, and but we still smell that. Where, man, you're chasing something. Yeah,
it's like you smell like the natural body scent. They're just something that stands. I understand what you're saying. I like that, man, because it reminds me of what you hear all the time. So cliche, real, recognize real. Man, people see something behind the facade of this culture, this BS in life, and I really, since get-go, day one, I have that picture of me, you, and Justin on my computer where we took that picture. We made sushi rolls at Great Day. That was the first one because I remember it was me, Justin, and you in that picture. Everyone was like, "Man, you guys look like brothers." I was related. But again, since then, me and you always just connected.
Connected, right? It wasn't. It doesn't mean that we talked every day, but it was like here. We seen each other when you was in the hospital. I was like, man, this.
You hit me up.
I was like, I'll tell my wife, man, look, hey, man, he's struggling. Man, that COVID shit's fucking real, right? At the end of the day, people think it's fake, but people get sick out of it. But we kept in touch here and there, and it's like finally linked up. And then you finally came, we talked, with Justin, and finally linked up, man. That's what it is. That's how it's supposed to be. Like you know each other, got love for each other, you still gonna bond.
Yeah, I mean, I think even the time apart, man, I just always knew you were my boy. I always knew if I needed anything, guaranteed. Facts, I'd be like, this dude would get my back. You even told me, and I think even when I was sick, we talked. And, you're like, hey, man, just when you're my boy, you talking good. That's all I needed, So, I mean, I know we're getting into all this, but I think one of your latest things you were a part of was a cooking competition. One or two of them, right?
Just one.
Chanzi, right?
One in Chanzi. It's called Casa. It was Casa Cooking.
And you won that.
I won the first one,
See, I had no doubt. Seriously, I had no doubt.
So, it was like 7 chefs. Shout out to all of them. But I think I got like 60% of the vote.
Jeez.
So, meaning, that's more than.
Out of all the other 6 that had to split the rest, the 70, whatever, man, bro.
The other 40 for them.
Yep.
60 from, So, it was
a landslide.
It was, it was a fun a place.
I remember you invited me. I think I had something planned that day. I remember because I remember you invited me out, and I wanted to go. You know, but again, dude, shout out to you because again, your hard work is very evident on where you're at.
Shout out to even I don't feel like I have a lot of supporters, but
You do.
I feel like I don't, but it's like I do.
Well, I remember even like we were working in the news, you're like, but I don't see it. Show me where. You're telling me all this, but where is it?
Exactly.
But it's what I don't know. I just think it's in. I personally, from your personal social media, because there's many times where me and you try to start a cooking show.
Correct.
We try to start.
Me and you, the first time we came and we talked about at your house.
We met.
It was at your apartment, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And then we had a beer, and then I said, look, man, Jose just set me up with all Twitter account.
I did.
We all forgot about all that because we was like, at the end of the day, like we was on the right path.
Yeah.
But it wasn't our time because it's like,
we're still learning.
Yeah,
we're still trying to figure out. And I was still at Channel 26, which I didn't like, and so when we left there, we came here, and that's when I got sick. I was sick here, so that's kind of where obviously it went on just plateaued out, But I think to kind of get into the next topic, because again we've met, because there's a couple times where I met with you and another guy. And you were like, dude, Jose, we're splitting it 3 ways if you're joining me in this restaurant business.
Correct.
Me and you always, I mean, you're very like open with it.
I'm open, and I remember, just like I need a little. I'm like, here, boom, go do what you got to do. We'll figure it out. At the end of the day, we make money. We'll make money. So I'm the type where I'm not stingy, man. I think that maybe that's my downfall, not being broke all the time, right? But I think that's my upside too, because I'll give you my last dollar. And my wife know that too. Like I'll give you my last dollar, my last penny. Like I will give you that, give that to you, because that's what I do.
I'll be real, man, and a lot of people don't know this. Did you even help me out one time on my rent? You did.
I really don't remember, but
you did.
Yeah, I did.
You did. You gave me a quick G bar, and I was like, bro, right now the stupid station is just not where I want it to be. We're struggling, paycheck to paycheck, man,
Absolutely.
like everybody. And you're like, and you had no problem. You're like, yeah, and I was surprised, So I 100% believe you. And again, my family, our connection, bro, you are a big part of it, man, because again,
Absolutely.
I want to stick with the people that I started out with.
Correct.
I want to sit at the table of those who began with me when we were come up and coming, not when we're broke, struggling. No, it's up and coming.
Yep.
I never want to look at our past experience as if it was just like the worst time.
Correct.
If you look at it the worst time, that's all it's ever going to be. You're stuck with a bad memory. I look at it where it's up and coming. Yeah. It was growth period time. It was time to grow. And I think now,
and we're growing, right?
Yes.
Like we're the same. You're 42, I'm 43. We're right there, right? Like you're
my big brother, man.
But look, I was crawling when you was, I was walking when you was crawling, right?
Yeah.
Same. It was about a year. But at the end of the day, like we know the struggle. Like, so we appreciate everything we have now with family, through your business, through where I'm at, and
I'm just
saying, right?
You're like, reaching right now. I'm like,
because we got to soak that in. Where, damn, we came from nothing, like really nothing.
Yeah.
Like you talking about really nothing from the gutter, where I seen, from the hood, where I seen little kids get shot to, where I'm at now, where I don't, just. People was following me, even, playing in the hood, like people was following where, now I got to switch my direction up. My nephew is going in the wrong direction where I'm going. So let's switch it up a little bit. So I just turned that corner a little bit and then hit left and hit right. Instead of right, hit left, and left's good because now we're working. Now he's working. I mean, everybody's working. My nephew's working now. They're all just getting, just eating right now. So we all eating. That's what it is. And that's what we're about. Yeah,
I mean, again, I love that because again, you're not making it selfish. You're not making it about you.
Yeah,
you're not gatekeeping. You're an open book. And I think kind of leading into our next topic, we've been talking. Me and I won't say the other
name just yet,
but yeah, he's down. But I feel like I want you to talk about what we're starting next.
Okay, so
I want you and what we're going to be doing. You, and the other guy.
So this is what we want to do. Okay, this is what we want. We want to come.
Big announcement.
We want to come into your house and cook for you and your family. Me, Jose, and my other man. We just want to, really maybe do a raffle or whatever the case. Just hit his link or whatever down below, and then we're just gonna pick a random family.
Yeah,
and
in the Central Valley,
pick a family, and then we're gonna supply everything. Only thing we want to use is your kitchen.
Yes,
it's your kitchen.
Kitchen.
Meaning, if you any race, any nationality, I could cook anything.
Let's go.
Don't trip. They call me an international chef. Right?
You are.
Yeah, so I could cook anything from anything to anything. So welcome. You pick.
Yeah.
Right. We're gonna come to your house. You pick and be like, look, we want Chinese food today, or we want Mexican food, or American, whatever the case may be. Right. We will make it happen for you. All right. So we're going to be launching that sooner than later. And we're going to be talking about this. And we're going to be just like this. And what we're just talking, eat.
So, I'm so glad because, I've been waiting.
Yeah.
To announce this, man. I've been waiting. That's
why now. You've been itching?
Yeah. This is why we're having this pod, this one-off pod, man, because what we're going to do is we're going to bring the whole setup.
Yep.
We're going to do a live cook. We're basically starting Soupy's podcast, getting into your house.
Yep.
It's not going to be a typical podcast.
No.
It's going to be a cooking show podcast.
Absolutely.
We're going to go set up the system, interview the guest as you're cooking, because they're not just going to sit there and wait, man. We're going to sit there and have a conversation with them.
Absolutely.
We're going to talk about life. We're going to talk about food. We're going to talk about whatever. Record it, and then from when the food's done, we're going to set up and go sit down and eat in your home.
Absolutely.
That's
in your
the
home.
Big announcement.
I think that's going to be a great.
Who's doing that right now?
Nobody. Right?
Nobody.
Us. We're going to do that. It's going to launch soon. So linking up with Jose and my other man, we were definitely going to come to your house and and just tell you.
We're going to bring the sauce.
We're going to bring everything. We're going to bring everything, baby. We'll guarantee that your kitchen's gonna be clean at the end of the. You know what I mean, or you want to help me wash dishes, it's fine too. But
I think the way we are when we go to a restaurant, when we go to someone's house, if we have a client, we always when we leave the place better than we found it.
Correct.
That's how I am. That's how you are. I'm excited, man, because again we've been talking about this, and I think in the beginning when we were doing this, I really didn't have that much gear, so it's kind of like my experience wasn't there. But you're looking at what we're doing now.
I love it, man.
A cooking show.
I love it. It's like a man cave without a man. It's a man cave. I mean, it's a garage, which is beautiful, man.
Thank you, man.
I need you to come and
go to 4. Yeah,
you need to come to my garage. You see that? We got trash everywhere. I'm see.
Bro, how about this? How about, because we're looking for a studio spot, how about we come up with your garage and we could make it into a cooking studio?
Oh. You come over there?
Mm-hmm. I'll help you beef it up. And I feel like that'll be the hub. That'll be like, hey, man, if it's just me, you, and the other host, because you're going to be the host and me and my other guy, we're the co-hosts, Cool. We'll help carry it. We'll talk. We'll be, if it's just us.
So
I'll
be the chef and you guys just be the, maitre d', or what's called like the host, like
co-host.
The front of the house. And,
bro. Because this is yours, honestly, man.
No, it ain't mine. It's us. It's us. We're just going to eat, right?
Yeah,
we're going to eat.
We're going to jealous.
We're going to try to find that mushroom and that star.
Let's go.
That's what we're trying to do. So
we're going to level up.
So let me...
Right, that's the song, man.
That is a song. Love it.
This podcast has been like one of my favorites now, man. Yeah. Because it's you. I've had so many great people on the podcast. Yeah. But I just think because how we are and who we are together, especially especially with the other homie coming on.
Yeah.
We all just mesh. We know. And I think that's what separates my podcast from a lot of other podcasts. Again, shout out to everyone put in the work, man. Never gonna hate on anybody putting in work, man. Yeah. But again, like this game of life, man. Sometimes you're ahead in levels than a lot of other people. Sometimes people are ahead of you.
Yeah.
But again, you're playing your own game.
Yeah, you play your own. But you'll catch up.
Yeah.
Right, we'll catch up soon. Mm-hmm. Or we'll pass somebody. Right. At the end of the day, it's like when you do a relay run, right? Like when you start out and just like, okay, you race.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna be first. Always. Somebody's gonna be first, somebody's gonna be last. And somebody's gonna be right in the middle. Cause that's life.
Yeah.
That's life. Where somebody's gonna beat you, or you might beat them.
Yeah.
Or you might be in the middle with a bunch of crowd, but somebody's gonna be last.
Yeah.
So either or, somebody gonna be last and somebody gonna be first.
Keep running your own race,
You
man.
gotta keep running your own race and just keep grinding it out, man. Just keep grinding it out. And do you?
Yeah.
Do you?
That's it. What'd you bring out real quick then? What is that?
Oh, that's one of my boys. His whole little. He gave me an apron. He knows it's gonna come on your podcast. His thing is game related. So it's all about. You see a little bar and how they lift and stuff.
Yeah,
so it's game related, not gang related. So game related. So if you really look at it, it's game related. It's called. And they'll say do it for the set. So your set will be your wife, your family and stuff. Yeah. So it's he got T-shirts. He got.
This is his merch.
This is merch.
When did he? How? Which one is he, the 18-year-old or who's this?
No. This is not my son. One of the dude I grew up with.
Oh, okay.
So he's had this for years and years. So he got hoodies. He's got hats.
Local.
He's local.
Dude, Tom would jump on the pod. We'll talk about
absolutely. He's a little shy guy, right?
Tom will sponsor the podcast. I'll wear his merch on here.
Absolutely. Well, we'll tell him that. But at the end of the day, hey, game related. Thank you. For just giving us this. His name's Spook.
Spook?
Like Spook. Yep. Spook, man. Thank you very much.
Spook and Soup.
Yep. Spook. Thank you very much for for this little apron. So
that's custom right there, huh?
Yeah, it's custom. Okay, so we straight. We all the way.
Yeah.
So I just want to give a shout out to that. Thank you for that.
Oh, dope.
Yep.
Do it.
So,
I'll clip this too, man.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this then, man, because I know we can talk forever, dude. But like. What are your last words, last thoughts on working with people, man, not burning bridges, but also, man, keeping a level head and not get too greedy, especially in the industry you're in, the industry I'm in. What do you feel like? Because this whole topic in the podcast, basically, man, it's just we're playing this game, dude. We're trying to find a cheat code and level up. People are on different levels. What are your last words and last thoughts on people trying to get in the industry with like what you're doing? How to stay level head and not burn people, man, and how to level up? What do you feel like is your last word?
You hit it right on the nose. Don't burn people, right? Like if you just don't burn people, man. Just like be kind to people and just like. Just be kind to people and just be happy in what you do in life. And you're not happy, then do something else.
Get happy.
Go find it because you're gonna get happy. At the end of the day, you have. It's like me cooking a dish, right? Like you don't like tomato, or you don't like this dish, but you never had it right. Right? You never had it made right. So let me make it right for you, and you'll be like, oh, okay. But going back to your question, I don't know, man. Just be happy. Don't be greedy. Just be you. Just be you, man. Be you.
Like that.
Just be you. And it's cliche, right? Be you. But
I feel like it's something it needs to be that simple.
Simple.
It has to be because people try to overcomplicate. What's the meaning of life? What's the definition of happiness? It's really what you make it. Yeah. If you mess it up, that's on you. You can't blame nobody but you. And I feel like next level to say that is just mind your business.
Yeah, right.
We live in a world, man, that people just don't mind their business. They want to be social warriors, virtual singling, social justice. Like, mind your business.
Yeah.
So what if I said certain things or believe, mind your business? And I think that's kind of where I think I've learned to level up, man, is mind my own business.
You might have a lot of people that, don't probably disagree with what you say, what you do on your podcast, right? You're going to have those people, right? And like, same thing is like, I'm going to have people that's going to be critics of my food. Everybody's a critic. My daughter's a critic, right? So give her a piece of chicken. 5 years, she's going to spit it out because she's a critic.
Yeah.
Right? So everybody's
your youngest, right?
Yeah, my
youngest. Adorable, man. She's a character.
Destiny, I mean. But, at the end of the day, again, I say end of the day because the end of the day, it's you you're living for. It's you or your family you're working for, right? Nobody else out there is going to say anything or do anything to distract you from what you want to do, right? So, I'm just glad I'm on this podcast with you, man. I mean, I think it's a long overdue.
Yeah.
Very, very long overdue to even link up and do that. But I'm just glad that we're going to come to your house.
Let's go.
And cook for you and your family. Just, a meal on us. Right? A meal on us. Like, we'll buy everything. We'll cook everything. We'll clean everything. We'll chat with you.
Hang out.
And just chill. That's all.
And you'll be on the podcast with us. Soupy's podcast.
Absolutely.
I think, what are we calling it?
I don't even know. What we want to call it. How about, let them decide. How about that? What you decide? You can call it whatever you want, but, if you decided look, how about we do this?
We're clipping this. Time code this. What is this?
If you could name a podcast, meaning me, my man, and my other man, me, Jose, and my other man, going to your house and cook for you. If you can give us a great name, you'll be the first family.
Let's go.
You'll be the first family. We like it. We're going to clip it. We're going to take it. You'll be the first family that we're going to come cook for.
And this is not like mac and cheese and this is like luxurious.
We're going to do it right.
This is a 5 diamond type restaurant.
We're going to do it right, and we're going to give you some great experience of eating, taste bud. And
well, how about this? To kind of show people, maybe we'll do a part 2.
Okay.
But talk to the owner at Club One, and bro, and I'll do a podcast with him.
Okay.
And bro, we need to go and just show off all your food, your skills, and I'll eat all your food.
Yeah, you'll eat all my food.
You know me.
There you go.
You're like, Jose, we're gonna give you a bill when you walk in.
We'll see.
I mean, what do you think? I mean, because I feel like a lot of people still don't know you, and I want to level that up for you, man. Because again, man, I love food. I love eating, but I feel like you brought out one time. Me and Justin went over, and you brought out some wings you just made up right there.
Chicken wings. We did like the pho style chicken wings. So I deep fried chicken wings, stir fried in pho broth, right? And then I came out with put a little bit of basil. So it's like the pho chicken wing type of thing where I just put all that together. And because I just like to experience, right? But absolutely, just come. If you really want to enjoy my food, come to Club One.
Club
right?
One.
We're right there on what is it?
Cedar and Ashland.
Cedar and Ashland, between Dakota and Ashland, right? Cedar and Ashland, we're by Granite Park. Come over there. Just come over and just enjoy yourself, man. We got great food, 3 bars, patio, everything.
Kids, can you bring family?
Family, you could bring the kids under 21 out in the patio and eat.
The patio.
But the weather now is just crazy. But at the end of the day, again, you could come there with your family and eat in the patio, and we got that.
What are the hours?
24 hours.
Sunday through Saturday.
Sunday through Sunday.
Sunday through Sunday, yo. I mean, we're gonna go probably after this because that food is amazing. Again, we need to plan a part 2 because I would love to talk to the owner, man, of Club One and kind of get his story.
Yeah, we'll get that. At least get that going and ask him. He's a busy man, right?
I bet.
He's
a busy
man. But I'm here.
Yeah.
So with that said, we'll click whatever link he's gonna put.
We're coming to your house. We're two box.
Yep, we're coming.
This is your camera right here, Soup right here. This is you.
We're coming to your house.
Your house.
Cooking for you and your family.
And doing a podcast.
And do a podcast and chill out.
Yeah.
Chill out. But if you want to win the first one, try to name or think. My name is Chef Soupy, Jose.
Another homie.
No, another homie. We'll name him. We'll review him later.
Yeah, that's gonna be a big one.
Yeah,
I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, all you guys might just know him, but name our podcast.
Name
right?
it. Because this is not just one thing we're gonna do. This is gonna be something we're gonna sell. Keep it on the 2 shot. This or the 2 box. Huh? Yeah. And this is one thing we're gonna we're gonna keep doing this.
Absolutely.
On top of Still Here podcast, on top of my life work, his life work. Because at the end of the day, man, if we get paid to talk and Netflix or Hulu picks this joint up, I mean, we're going in.
We're going in.
We're going in because we got to start somewhere. I mean, we got visions. Again, right now, no one's doing this. We're putting the menu out there. We're putting the recipe out there, but I guarantee you, no one can duplicate this sauce.
Nope.
That's it.
I don't think so.
That's it.
So with that said, we're gonna sign off.
We're gonna sign off. Right here, camera 4 right here. You guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for season 4. Again, this is kind of really a big one-off podcast I wanted to get out there. Me and Soup been trying to set this up. But go check out our other seasons, season 3, season 2, season 1, our pilot episodes. Follow us on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube page, follow us on Instagram, Facebook. Old people use Facebook. I really don't put it on Facebook. We're on Twitter, but I only follow Top G's on Twitter. You can take that little was it catchphrase right there. I only follow Top G's, but follow us. We're on TikTok. We're putting out great content. I definitely want to level up, the podcast, man. I'm picking a flavor of ice cream. I'm picking a flavor for the show, a new direction. And some people are not going to like certain flavors, but that's life. I'm not here to cater to one side, man, because vanilla ice cream goes with everything, and I'm not trying to go with everything, man. I'm trying to level up. So you guys stay tuned for the show that you guys are going to name. Stay tuned for more Season 4. Season 4, Episode 1 is coming out real soon. My guest is going to be so dope. I'm letting you guys know right now. King of Central Valley, I would say in the news. I would say that. But it's not Soupy, I'll tell you that. But I love you guys. Stay tuned. Just again, check out all my other stuff. Wifey, real quick, you got last words, last thought before we end out.
That was good.
That was good, huh?
I'm hungry now.
I'm hungry now. It was organic. I love it.
So, yeah. All right, guys. We'll see you guys soon. Peace.
Peace.